Substitution for your home team.
Oladipo for three, and it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Turkoglu, misses off the right iron. Indiana trails by 4. Out to the right wing. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. And it's Smith with the rebound. Oladipo against Rose. Back to Oladipo from deep three-point range. Bronx grabs the miss. Russell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, Booker, and the 3-ball is good.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the three-point line to get himself going.
It's tipped and stolen by Booker.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
.59 seconds left in the first. And the foul on Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first
person's checked in for Danny Granger.
First team foul. Onto the court for the home team, Chuck Person.
56 seconds left here in the first quarter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Booker looking around. And the Bronx, another 3.
Great shooting from Booker. He keeps getting better, that time from way outside.
Defended by Booker. The pass to Person. Clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. It's blocked, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
The ball goes to the away team.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Sabonis comes in for McGinnis.
Domantas Sabonis.
And it's the Bronx with the ball. They lead by 7. And Booker kicks to Rose. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's the Bronx with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bronx.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And maybe a signal as well of how aggressive their defense has been tonight is to look at how many points they have directly. Off of a turnover. Good activity there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Indiana, Sabonis is out there with Roy Hibbert. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Person. Indiana trails by 10. He's covered by Rose. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now, here's George. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And they get it back from outside the arc. Person with the bucket. Person's got it back down to within single digits for the Pacers.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Booker against Lewis. Over Booker. No good off the front iron. The Bronx leading by 11. Outside Rose. And Rose throws it down.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
Rose has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Here's Lewis, and he drives in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Rose. No good on that one. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break, the Bronx. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 08, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Danny Granger is checked in for the Pacers. And here's George for 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And that's out of bounds. The Bronx will retain possession.
You'll love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Poke loose, and that's out of bounds. The Bronx will retain possession. Stolen. Lewis with it. He's picked up by Russell. Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Lewis misses. The Bronx leading by 12. Here's Russell. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. Now the Pacers with it. George with no one around. No good from outside.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close. If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. In the corner, Granger with it. No good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. For the finish. And it's Granger with the jam.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Counted good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Lewis. Outside, George. Good on the triple. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
And Bill Russell slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And some changes here for the Pacers. McGinnis, he's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Oladipo in for Paul George. The Bronx also with a sub. O'Neal's checked in. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Knocks down the step-back Jay. Booker's got 8.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Lewis on the way. He's guarded by Russell. Baseline try. Here's Daniels. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
That's his first foul.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
And so here is Indiana. They trail by 7. Here's McGinnis. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. McGinnis has got his first 2 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Bronx on top. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
So on the floor for the Bronx, we've got Booker. Ewing is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Granger in at the small forward. Now Lewis, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Back to Lewis. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Ewing, the pass to O'Neal. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Away team foul.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low.
That's his first personal foul. First team
Indiana
foul.
trails by 3. To the middle. And Ewing sends it back. Fast break, the Bronx. Korver with the ball. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Granger kicks to George. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Bronx leading by 3. Korver, no luck.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
The score now all even. Lewis has got 7 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Booker sometimes can come up with those. He can be an impressive dunker.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now. All they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
It's his first trip to the line. Bronx making a switch here. Rose is checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
A big... fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Nobody near Granger. Hands it from downtown.
3 points.
Granger's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lewis passes to George. Fires top of the key. Kept alive by Indiana. That one drops forward.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Bronx. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the Bronx, another 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage? They're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. George, no good.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Freddie Lewis.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
At the line for the away team, Derrick Rose. 2 shots.
First one falls for it. And Indiana making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. Then for the Bronx, Jackson comes in for O'Neal. And Ito Turkoglu is subbed in for Danny Granger. Lewis against Booker. Lewis misses. The Bronx leading by 6. Booker outside. Here's Rose. Dishes it to Jackson. Kicks it out to Booker. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Booker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Booker against Lewis. And Ewing with the block. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way.
Sabonis has to use good timing in order to block shots. That time he did.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Isaiah Thomas checked in for Booker. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. To the paint to stop the run. And Sabonis lays it up and in.
And the confidence from Sabonis. Since being traded from OKC back in 2017, this guy has raised his level. Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Away team foul.
Hibbins checked in for Indiana.
That's his first
Bronx also
foul.
with a sub.
Third
Russell
team
is
foul.
checked in for Ewing.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
.116 left in the third.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight. Try to avoid the and not backing off.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for the Bronx. Hibbert against Ewing. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. The Pacers making a switch here. Lewis is checked in. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's McGinnis. They get the rebound. There's the feed to Hibbert. Up again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. The Bronx lead by 7. Here's Ewing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal
really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Indiana making some changes. O'Neal comes in for McGinnis, and it's Granger in for Person.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside, and then Ewing with the jam.
Obviously a great athlete, but the length of Ewing also helps on those alley-oops there. Throw it up his way, and the rest is easy.
Here's Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Here's Turkoglu, and he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness.
Near the three-point line, it's Lewis. They recover it. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Bronx. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Danny Granger, that's O'Neal out there, and it's Lewis in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Thomas. Jermaine O'Neal missing his last shot. Upside Thomas, outside Jackson, shoots the 3, and the Bronx another 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Pass to O'Neal, knocks it loose. Thomas finds Rose. Finished off by Rose.
And without question, Derrick Rose is one of the most athletic players the league has ever seen. Right there, reminding us just what he can do.
Now, here's Oladipo. Pass to O'Neal. Lewis outside. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bronx.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
I also love the fact that they've played with speed tonight. They haven't sputtered one bit, constantly getting out on the break and creating opportunities in transition.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
The kick out to Irving for three. He doesn't hit that one. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Here's O'Neal with the drive. And he banks in the lane.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Irving for three. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
3 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here's Daniels following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving.
Patrick Ewing. That's his third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your home team, 2 shots. Two.
That free throw good from Daniels. McGinnis, he's checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. Then for the Bronx, Russell, he's checked in for Ewing. And it's Devin Booker in for Irving. Both free throws good from Daniels.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lewis passes to McGinnis. George against Rose. Passes it to McGinnis. Outside, George. 5 on the clock. It's good from the top of the key. And so Booker will bring it up for the Bronx. Here's Russell. He feeds it to Jackson. It's hauled in by McGinnis. Indiana trails by 15. Three-pointer, Granger. They grab their own miss. And that one's good. Daniels.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
Booker the pass to Russell. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Lewis following the basket made by Bill Russell. That one falls.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
George against Booker. Outside Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Launches a three. He's off on that one. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Outside for Lewis. George up top. Defended by Booker. Here's Lewis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams. And tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's George. After the basket by Jaren Jackson. It's good.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Here's Turkoglu. Rebounded by Granger. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on comeback.
Here's McGinnis, and stolen by Russell. Here's Jackson, going inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
And a guy who can drive and finish with either hand. Jackson's tough to stop once he gets going downhill.
Here's George. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And here's Turkoglu for three. Off target with that shot. So no problem for the Bronx as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
On the floor for the visiting team. At center, Bill Russell. At power forward, Jaren Jackson Jr. At the other forward position, Tito Turkoglu. At shooting guard, Derrick Rose. And the other guard position, Jackie Hooker. It's time to introduce the 25 for your home team. At the shooting guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 17, Cliff Hagan. At the other guard position, standing 6 foot 5, number 23, Sweet Lou Hudson. The man in the middle, standing 7 foot 2, number 55, the Dipper Mutombo. At the small forward position, 6 foot 7 inches, number 21, Dominique Wilkins. Starting at the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 9, Bob Pettit. Your Atlanta Hawks head coach is Nate Miller. Let's hear it for your home team.
It's the Hawks to start out. Now we'll look at the starting lineup for the Bronx. Jackson is out there with Russell. Then it's Rose. Then it's Turkoglu. And it's Booker in at the point guard. Here's Hagan. Pass to Pettit. Lets the three fly. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Rose attacking. It's blocked. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Hudson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Atlanta with the ball. Bennett, the pass to Hudson. Takes the three. It's good from long range. Hagan's got the game going here with the first basket for the Hawks.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
No good from Booker. Wilkins against Turkoglu. Wilkins' shot is off. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bronx. It's a three-point game.
And the relentless nature that is Bill Russell. Always working for the best scoring opportunity. Won't find one better than that.
Knocked loose and stolen by Booker. From past the arc. Tumbo grabs the board. Here's Hudson, and there's the drive. Russell passes to Rose, and it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
I agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Here's Hudson. Now the pass to Pettit. Here's Hagan. Inside. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And a hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one. Rose passes to Booker. No good with the triple. Here's Hudson. To the right side. To the middle. Wilkins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal
It's
foul.
on Hedo Turkoglu.
First team foul.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. He just does so many things well for his team.
Two.
The first free throw is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in. Timeout called here, the first for the Bronx.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit and can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
So he gets them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And Booker kicks to Rose. The three-pointer no good. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Wilkins. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Bronx. Young with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Rose. The Hawks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
At the line for your home team, Cliff Hagan, taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. The Hawks making a switch here. And he's good on the second. The Bronx trails by 6. A drive by Booker. Russell trying to free himself up.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Booker against Young. And stolen by Booker. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Booker's got 5 points so far. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Young passes to Willis. Here's Hagan. He's guarded by Russell. Rose with the block.
What defensive awareness from Derrick Rose. Had the shot well anticipated.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Caldwell. Rejected by Booker. Here's Hagan. And the basket is good. Hagan's got his second basket of the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Rose throws it down.
That's what you love about him. Once he drives the basketball, he has the ability to finish with the dunk.
Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Caldwell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Russell inside. Willis on him. A nice shot by Booker.
And with Booker's mechanics and confidence, you're always going to assume he's going to make that.
Young against Booker. Lets it go from 11. That one. A little long. Fires for 3. And the Bronx another 3.
And he's got plenty of range and the confidence to match. Booker believes he's going to hit every 3 he takes.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. The Bronx on top. They finish off the first quarter on a 12-4 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Here's Booker. So on the floor for the Bronx. We've got Rose. Guido Turkoglu out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Russell. And it's Booker in at the 1 spot.
I just love the way Jaren finishes inside with either hand. The defense can't really take everything away.
And that one's good. Millsap.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the knack.
Booker with no one around, and the Bronx another 3.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Millsap kicks to Rivers. To the paint. Here's Willis. Bronx grabs the miss. Booker with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And the Bronx on net. Another 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Atlanta trails by 7. And after suffering that knee injury in the bubble back in 2020, Jackson worked his way back steep.
That's always one of the toughest parts of the game, dealing with serious injury when you're young. They're hoping he can remain healthy because he's a foundational piece moving forward.
Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bronx.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
Yeah, but they've also protected the paint extremely well. You see that in their block shot totals, but also they've altered a lot of shots.
You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 9 points. Hudson the pass to Mutombo. Rivers surveying the D. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Maravich is checked in for Atlanta.
Coming under the floor for your home team.
We're now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Will it go? And he lays it up and in. The Bronx lead by 7. Here's Turkoglu, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Bronx shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And the Hawks with possession here. They get a hand on it. To the inside. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous duel.
Got that one. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Mutombo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's Turkoglu. Rebound by the Hawks. Mutombo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wilkins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his second
way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this one. Both free throws good from Wilkins. The Bronx leading by 4. Booker outside. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Right side, Russell. Turkoglu outside.
2 minutes remaining.
There's Rose with the three. That one's not going to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Jackson looking it over. Booker draws the double. Jackson throws it down hard.
Converting around the rim is just effortless for Jackson. He could play on my team any day.
Knocked away. And here's Maravich on the arc. The Hawks again can't hit. It's the Bronx with the ball. 6-point lead. Rose attacking. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's the Hawks ball. Here's Hudson. Atlanta again missing. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And some changes here for the Bronx. Shack's checked in for Russell. And Patrick Ewing is subbed in for Jackson. Passes it to Bennett. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Hagan. This one for three. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Turkoglu goes up high for the Two-handed dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. .46 seconds left to play here in the half. Young for three. Another shot. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Booker against Young. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. To the wing on the left. Here's Pettit. Off target from outside. The Bronx leading by 7. Here's Shaq, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Rose goes in. Great positioning on the putback.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Such an incredible score. Young's playmaking may be on the same level.
It's picked off. And so it's the Bronx in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this. Happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Timeout awaited.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Timeout called, the Bronx.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
The Bronx leading by 9. So with Millsap sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. We've got Majengo. Young is out there with Wilkins, and it's Pettit in at the 4-man position.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
It's Wilkins on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Wilkins has got 6 points.
That was a great pass once the double team came over. He hit the wide open man perfectly.
In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the fourth youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
Great use of the pump fake, the best move in basketball. So much untapped potential with Jaren Jackson.
The Bronx, they've converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Bronx making a switch here. Russell's checked in. You know, Smitty, I know it gets plenty of coverage, but Trae Young's raw talent as a scorer really is just up there on another level.
It is. Trae Young's ability to post over 40 points in a game is truly something special. It takes a ton of confidence to have nights like that. But you know he's doing it all for his team and not just for himself.
Shots good from Young.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And the dunk by Booker.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
Young against Booker. Out left to the wing. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Booker outside. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Mutombo's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Putting that 7'4" wingspan to good use. Jaren Jackson with the easy catch and flush.
Atlanta calls timeout. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
On the floor. Atlanta trails by 10. Pass to Hudson. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Millsap trying to get open. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Bronx. Jackson passes to Russell, and Bill Russell slams it in.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Hudson against Jackson. Here he goes.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. And here's Booker from the arc. And Willis pulls it down. Willis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Well, all right, Paul Millsap looking bouncy tonight.
Turkoglu kicks to Jackson. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. Jackson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And this is what he does. Booker, an aggressive scorer, doesn't take any possessions off.
And it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
It's stolen by Smith. Plenty of space. The shot's good.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
And here's Booker from the arc. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. And there's the call on Devin Booker.
That's his third.
And that'll be his third foul so far. For the Hawks, Mutombo comes in for Willis. And Smith subbed in for Paul Millsap. Then for the Bronx, Kyle Korver is checked in for Jaren Jackson. And Thomas subbed in for Booker. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for the Bronx. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Maravich. Offline with his three. The Bronx leading by 9. Here's Ewing. Good work there as it goes.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Caldwell passes to Maravich. He takes it in, plays it up off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lane.
You're finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
Now, here is Maravich. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. An emphatic LU jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So on the floor for the Bronx, they've got Ewing. Thomas is out there with Rose. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Russell in at the 5 spot. Thomas dishes to Ewing. And then Ewing with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. So it's the Hawks now. 8-point game. Mutombo in the high post. And Thomas pulls it down. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the D can't focus on one player. And no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Maravich, the pass to Caldwell. No good. Shot missing. Excellent defense there from Ewing. The Bronx leading by 10. Rose gets to Korver. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. They'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First team foul.
Kyle Korver, a former late second-round pick. What a career he's had. A first-time All-Star in his 30s. He's just kept getting better.
So both teams changing it up here. And he makes all 3. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Thomas against Young. Down low. Headed. And Ewing with the block. Here's Korver. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
Not the guy you want to foul. Kyle Korver is automatic from the line.
All free throws good from Korver.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Took a loose kick in for you. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. You got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to take that.
Thank you, David.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Thomas. Banked in off the glass. And the Bronx leads by 17.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now. And there it is on a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball. That's his first real mistake.
Rivers, he's checked in for Trae Young. Kobe's checked in for the Bronx. Kyrie Irving comes in for Isaiah Thomas. The three from Bryant. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bronx.
I mean, a fantastic game for them in open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Bronx. Booker, he's checked in for Danny Granger. Here's Rivers. That one off the back iron and out. Here's the Bronx. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. And here's Kobe for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Jackson. And Jackson brings it down home.
What you know you love about Jaren Jackson is the length, the instincts. He has a natural feel for the game.
Rivers against Booker. Here's Hagan. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Outside Bryant. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Wilkins. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Here's the Bronx. They're on an 18-6 run. Kobe passes to Russell. It's stolen by Mutombo. Wilkins can't get it to go. The Bronx leading by 18. The drive by Russell. And Bill Russell slams it in. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Bronx making a switch here. Rose is checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. At the elbow, Smith over Rose. And it's Smith missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Bronx. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Great find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Booker against Rivers. Smith outside. Atlanta again missing. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Jumps up and goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Smith for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Timeout called, the Bronx. They lead by 26. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
In my opinion, I think they're looking to make a substitution. But let's see out of the timeout.
present the New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And he's had more dunks in this game than you can count. The D has looked like they're just standing still. He keeps blowing by them and finishing with that highlight reel material.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And Russell gets it to go.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Up top, Rivers. Defended by Booker. A nice shot by Rivers.
Now you see the toughness and the competitiveness of Doc Rivers. Always looking for the most opportunistic play.
Rose finds Booker. Lets it go from deep. Misses the shot. So no problem for the Bronx as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
They did it to me. What? This